don't speak country, but I'm over here at the Delaware River, and today I'm gonna fish the Ned rig on the Delaware River. So come along. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. I got a 16 ounce Ned rig on today, and this is one of the. We're gonna see what kind this is. Of course, I've got somebody coming, and never fucking. I never fails. Excuse my language. Never fails. Whenever I come down here, before I know it, I've got people all over the place. Never fails. Never fails. Wow, the wind just took my line away like crazy. We might have to go heavier. Might have to go heavier. The wind can be a problem. The wind can be a problem. The wind can be a real problem. This guy's dumping brush in here like it's no big deal. What's up with that? What's up with that? I'm gonna have to check that out. I'll be right back. I'm gonna check out why this bush is being. I don't know, it doesn't look good to me. Yeah, we got somebody in here dumping like it's okay. I don't know what the heck's going on. Hey, how are you? Hey, guys over here dumping at this fishing area like it's okay. You know, I don't know. I don't know. Doesn't look good to me. Doesn't look good to me. So, how are you, everybody? It's just after 1 o'clock and doing a little bit of Ned rig fishing here on the Delaware River. Here's where we're at. And trying to get ourselves some fishes. It's a little more mild today, so I thought today would be a great day. But it is windy and it's really grabbing my line real bad. And you can see right there, It's gonna be tough with the Ned rig, I think, today. I think I may be switching over to the Cinco real quick. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Hey, TPM, how are you? TPM JH, how are you? Hello. Came out. The wind actually picked up my line and pulled it right out of there. Running a little bit lighter Ned rig today than I was the other day. We're only in a 3/16 ounce Ned rig, and we got a couple different styles in Ned rig. Oops, sorry, splashed you. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to get you wet. But yeah, so you're gonna see me kind of looking off to the side there. This guy is just kind of dumping here like it's no big deal. It's like, oh yeah, I have permission. Yeah, bull crap. I don't think he does. So we'll turn you so you can see what I'm looking at here. So I got this guy over here. I knew it. Pennsylvania plates. We're over in New Jersey. Got some guy here from Pennsylvania dumping wood. Yeah, doesn't look good to me. Doesn't look good to me. Anyway, back to the fishing. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get some fish. Let's certainly try. Let's certainly try. I think today's going to be a real tough one when it comes to hanging up on these rocks. We did a little fishing yesterday. I don't know if you stopped by or not. And we were dealing with some rocks and we broke off pretty quick. This is a newer setup for me. This is a Shimano Zodius with a Vanford reel. It's a 3000. It's basically trying to make a really nice drop shot rod, which I think will work well with the Ned rig as well. We have some tremendous wind here. And we are just hanging up crazy on these rocks today. Sometimes these rocks take advantage of us big time. There we go. Got this guy out. Yeah, besides the current today, we have the wind also helping to take our line way downriver. It's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a real tough one today, I think. This is what we're fishing here. Just a little Ned rig, 3/16. Might be a little light for today. The wind's really getting a hold of our line. It's making it tough. we have anywhere from 10 to 15 mile per hour winds today. And yeah, it is really windy today. Hey Sandra, how are you? Or I'm not sure if you're Sandra or not. Maybe you're using someone else's account. What should I call you? It is super windy. And I don't want to call you Sandra if it's like Joe. Yeah, we're fishing the Ned rig today. It is super windy. Had one little bump, but really no real great hits. Hey Mike, how are you? I'm going to try to remember that next time I see it come out. Mike, where are you from, buddy? Yes. So I'm running a really super light line on this this new system. Oh Jesus, you're right across the border. I'm only on the other side. I'm right over here in I'm over in Columbia, New Jersey. I'm on the other side of the river. I could basically look over and see you. Well, welcome, of course. Good to see you. Have you been doing any fishing on the river? And how close are you to the river? Yeah, there must be a darn ridge out there that I keep hanging up on. Every now and then. It's like I feel like I'm hooking into that same ridge of rocks. There we go. We loosened it up. Yes, today I'm using braided line. It's a high vis. I'm using the Delaware style line. It's called J braid. And what I'm using is it's a 10 pound and I have an 8-pound fluorocarbon leader, which I'm hoping won't break. Oh, you're over by, oh yeah, okay. Yeah, the pickles have been just crazy. So we fish a lake over here in New Jersey, Lake Apacon, and we've been doing really good on striper. But, you know, if the striper aren't hitting, we'll go to the flats, and we can always count on the pickerel to catch a couple fish. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, like I said, I'm running a Shimano Zodius with a Shimano Vanford reel, high vis 10-pound braid with the 8-pound fluorocarbon. And I've been using the Berkeley's fluorocarbon. Oh, we did have it, everybody. If you see that your Ned rig gets pulled off your hook a little bit, that's likely a hit. So it looks like we had a hit. So let's get him back in there. And yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I was able to get this rig set up. Tackle Warehouse had a great sale going. I hope you guys took advantage of it and were able to maybe get something out of it. I got this whole rig for 20% off over there, and you'd be surprised. So I'm going to tell you a story about 10-pound braid. I always thought the same exact thing. I was always 20-pound braid. And I went fishing with a friend of mine. We were doing some drop shot fishing. This is primarily built for a drop shot rod, and I'll fish the Ned rig as well. And I had 20 pound. And my buddy was running a 10 pound, and he was just bringing fish in left and right. And I'm like, what is happening? What is happening? Because the line is a lot thinner, you got more sensitivity. And if you put it on a medium rod or a medium light, you're going to get more action or more sensitivity on that rod. So basically, he was feeling these little tiny pecks, and he would just set, and sure enough, he had a smallmouth on, and he was catching fish probably 3 to 1 on me. You know, I had the 20-pound on there, and I just wasn't getting that sensitivity on my line. I switched to the 10 pound, and I can feel those little pecks now. And I just set it, and when you know it, it's really increased my catch rate. And if you go with good line, and like I said, I'm using the J braid. If you go with a little more expensive line, you're gonna find that they hang in there a long time. But yeah, I know I was in the same thinking. I'm like, oh man, I'm not going to 10 pound. That's crazy. But since I have, I want more fish. I would have never thought. Would have never thought. And as I said, this is my drop shot setup. So this is something that I'm really looking for, that sensitivity. And with today's wind, sensitivity's going out the window. I should have brought my one with the 20-pound braid on it. So between current and wind, I'm having a rough one here. And we're hung up. Or are we? That's one thing I got to say about the wind. I can actually allow the wind to kind of just let my bail out and let the wind take my line for a little bit. And sure enough, it let loose. All right, bear with me one second. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. Oh, sorry about that. I'm back. Sorry. Wow, did I lose everybody? Man, I went out for just a moment and boy, gone. So anyway, getting back to the end right here. Sorry about that, guys. I had a call come in. That's one thing about using the phone. There's the potential of losing some viewers there. Probably shouldn't have answered. I had 10 of you watching. Now I only have 1 of you watching. Hey, don't forget to like if you're watching. I'd like to see how many likes we can get on this live. Hopefully that wind's not affecting the mic too much. Ned rig on only because I have a 3/16 on right now and it is just getting blown away with the wind. I've done really well here with the wacky rig. So I was thinking about getting out on the boat today. We have anywhere from 10 to 15 mile per hour winds happening today, and I'm pretty sure we're getting gusts up to 18, maybe even 20. So yeah, the boat was out today, so I figured out try to come up to the river. It's very mild. It's almost 48 degrees, so it's nice sweatshirt weather. It's always nice to be out when you can. So I'm hoping that we get a lot of likes on this one. Always enjoy going live and, basically just kind of talking to you guys and seeing what we're doing here. Let's click on this here. What's that? Chat filter, community moderator. Let's go back. So I really enjoy coming live with you guys and just kind of seeing who's out there. I went live yesterday. It was freezing. Oh my God, I was freezing my butt off. But as I was going live, It was pretty early morning, and I actually was able to speak to a few people from India. And I thought, oh, wow, that's really super cool. That is really super cool. So just wondering where you guys are from. Type it in the comments. Let me know where you're from. You know, I ran into this issue yesterday too. I thought maybe I might have disabled my comments somehow. Yeah, here. Yeah, so I don't know if I accidentally disabled my comments. Could one of you comment and just say hello? Just so I can see that the comments are still working. Hey Leo, how are you? Nice to see you. Yeah, you know, getting back to that comment on yeah, 10 pound, you'd be surprised. I mean, well, I don't know when the last time you caught a 10-pound bass was, but we're not catching 10-pound bass here in New Jersey all that often. I'm not going to say it'll never happen, but I think with any line, if you can work your line well, I think you can bring in any fish on a light line too. I mean, I don't think I'd go 6-pound, but the chances of catching a bigger than 10-pound bass is in New Jersey. It's a possibility, but I think unlikely. Welcome to my live video. We are on the Delaware River, and we are fishing the Ned rig. Well, we're throwing the Ned rig right now. We haven't caught anything, but we're working on it. We're working on it. Yeah, if you're enjoying stopping by, I'd really appreciate a like if you could. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. We have a lot to offer over there. So on my channel, I do a lot of fishing, of course. And, oh, I thought we had. Do a lot of mods on the boats. Do a lot of modifications on our rigs. We do a lot of reviews. I test different lures. Test different rods and reels. Today, just fishing. Just fishing. Just fishing. Let's get you over here. Obviously you're watching YouTube or hanging out on YouTube. Some days get kind of boring on Sundays and just kind of scrolling around on YouTube, seeing what you can see. Here I am. What's this here? I'm going to try a few things. Oh, you don't want to turn our mic off. I haven't seen that we got any comments here for a little bit, so I'm worried my comments are turned off. Is there any way to make sure or find out? Okay. Oh, okay. All right. So you know what? Something had happened there. Watching the Philadelphia. Oh yeah. So I'm a Vikings fan, and there's a very good chance that there's a possibility that Philadelphia is doing pretty good. Possibility the Vikings in Philadelphia could actually meet in the playoffs. I'll still love you. My daughter's a huge fan of Philadelphia. She goes to school right there in Philly. So she's part of Delco. If you're in Delco, you got to be for Philly, that's for sure. Got to like the birds. No way around it. No way around it. So anyway, yeah, let's get another cast out there. Chan, see what we can do. I feel like I'm getting some fish bumps. I do feel like I'm getting some bumps. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I always feel like I do better here on the Cinco. Yeah, I mean, I try not to fish with too many live worms or live bait. I always try to just stay with the lures. Sometimes they work great for me, and sometimes not so great. I don't think you guys got a good picture of me here. Over here. Over here. Oh boy. Wait. Yeah, the problem with kind of feels like a fish, but I kind of feel like I'm stuck on a. I think I do have a fish, and he's swimming under some rocks. Yeah, I think we got one here, my friends. Oh, no, we don't. Yeah, we got a branch, and here it comes. Here comes the branch we got. So, here's your test on your weight. This is, again, 10-pound fluorocarbon. Oh, I'm sorry. This is 8-pound fluorocarbon and 10-pound braid. You can see right here, holding this pretty heavy stick. So let's get that out of the water. You know, I think I hit that thing a couple times. I think I did. It was giving me a heck of a time. I think I ran into that thing a few times. I think I hit up against that a few times and thought I had a bite. But no, big stick. Big old stick. Big old stick. Yeah, when I hooked up on that, I'm like, oh man, this thing feels like it's moving around a little bit. So So I'm trying to see all your chats, but chats don't seem to be working very well today. I had some trouble with the chats yesterday. But, yeah, so if you're coming by, don't forget to like. We got Mike with us today. Mike's hanging out. He's watching the football game, kind of hanging out with us a little bit. Mike's over watching Philadelphia. I'm over here watching my bait. We've been catching a leaves and a lot of sticks. Trying to make something happen here. Trying to make something happen here. So far, nada. So I just wanted to check out my leader. My leader looked a little weird to me. You know, usually these Elastictecs don't really jump off the head of the Ned rig, but boy, I'm really struggling with it today. This might be the last cast of the Ned rig here. You might have to switch it up. May have to switch it up. Me too, man. Thanks, Mike. I appreciate it. Yeah, I was freezing yesterday. I mean, I was really freezing. What in the world is going on here? Thanks, man. I appreciate it, Mike. Good luck to the Eagles. Hope they win today. I like that team. I got a special place for Jalen Hurts. I feel like Alabama did him wrong when he went to Oklahoma. I was happy to see him play well at Oklahoma, and I think he's been a great addition to the Philadelphia Eagles. So yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks, man. Don't forget to like if before you leave. There we go. Just needed some love, man. I just didn't go crazy, man. Go Birds. Yeah, we may have to switch up our turd. Our turd is not looking good here. So as I said before, you know, I follow the Vikings. I got the Vikings pinned up here. Vikings are leading over Atlanta 14-10. Go Vikes. Big Viking fan. We all had the big teams when we were kids, right? You know, my dad wasn't all that much into football, so I kind of was left on my own trying to figure out what team I was going to like as a kid. Everybody was liking Pittsburgh Steelers at the time, Dallas Cowboys, and I was like, man, I don't want to be like everybody else. Yeah, man, I do too. So, same thing. You know, I'm like, well, I like purple. I picked the purple team. I didn't even know what the name of the team was. I just liked that they were purple. And sure enough, I've been following them since I was a kid, and went through some hard times. Through some really hard times, which I think everybody who follows football, you know, they all have times where you're watching games and you're like, man, I love this team, and then they do such the silliest things, and you're like, man, I could coach that team better than them, which we all know we probably couldn't. Maybe better than the Chicago Bears coach. That was kind of crazy, wasn't it? My division has been crazy. So with the Minnesota Vikings, you got the Detroit Lions, Chicago Bears, and many others. And the division's just been tough this year. So it's been really, really, really crazy. Yeah, Cunningham. Yeah, man. Yeah, we had some good years. Hey, listen, Randall Cunningham, he was all right. He was all right. I mean, I gotta respect him because he came from the Eagles, but I don't know. I wasn't all about Cunningham. You know, he was tough, but you know, I don't feel like we had him for very long. But love Moss. Randy Moss is awesome. Chris Carter was awesome. And actually, Anthony Carter before that, they were great. We got a great duo right now. And I mean, who would have thought Sam Darnold would have come back, right? It's going to be a football fishing show. Sam Darnold, of all people, from the Jets, goes to the Vikings and has a banner year. We thought he was going back to the Jets type of player, but you know, he came back and he's doing real well. So we got another hang up here. So I got this ridge of rocks. I keep hooking into this ridge of rocks. And the wind's actually been helping me. I've just been letting my bail out and just kind of sitting still here. And it has been popping me up. Maybe not this time, though. Sometimes I can just let that current kind of grab a hold of my lure and just pull my lure up and off that rock. I don't think it's going to happen this time. Yeah, we might be switching out. I think maybe, you know, if I had an EWG hook, which is basically, it's more of a Texas rig hook, where you can kind of bury the point of your hook back into the lure or back into your plastic, maybe I'd have a little more success. You know, we might be breaking this one off. You know, so yesterday I had a similar situation. You know, I got hung up and ended up breaking off, and I was super duper disappointed. Bring you over here. Give you a different view. I was super duper disappointed. And what had happened was when I broke off, the darn thing broke off at my leader. And I'm like, what in the heck is happening here? Broke right off at my Alberta knot. And if you tie on leaders, basically there's a couple different ones. I usually use an Alberta knot. And it just snapped my fluorocarbon. I was so upset. So we're kind of running into that situation right here. Yeah, this isn't coming. So we're going to have to break off. We're going to have to break off. Now this is supposed to break off at my lure, but the last time it broke off at my on my leader, and that was pretty disappointing. So let's see where this broke off. It broke off of my leader again, which it did. All right, here's what I'm going to tell you. I'm done with trilene. It's the second time my trilene has broke at my leaders. I don't know if it's the bend of the trilene that's happening, but this is not the first time that I've broken a leader, a trilene style fluorocarbon leader. So that's it for me with trilene. I'm no longer going to purchase it. You know what? I'm not afraid to show you what it is, because I'll be honest with you. If the line's going to be breaking on me, I'm not using it. I'm just not going to use it. Forget it. Forget it. Forget it, Berkeley. Here's what I'm using. 8-pound Vanish. This is easy casting, 100% fluorocarbon. And I'm going to tell you, it's snapping at my leader. Whenever, I know it happens. I know it happens. This is the second time it's happened to me. Usually I can pull it and it'll break off. I'm tying a type of knot that'll break off at the lure, and it's breaking off at my leader each time. Check it out, Mike. So you can see right here, I don't know if you can. You can see right here, that's my leader there. And I think when I'm flipping it, or when I'm tying it in and I'm pulling it tight, it's pinching that little line so tight that it actually splits it and it cracks it. But yeah, that's pretty disappointing. I mean, I run 10-pound. I run the 10-pound Vanish, and I haven't never had that trouble. And maybe I got a bad box. Let's see here. I don't know. It's hard to say what the date is on this. 24 maybe? 124? It's hard to say. Pretty disappointing though. You know, I'm okay breaking stuff off. I am. But at the leader, I don't mind breaking off at the lure and then I can retie. That's cool. But I got to tie an entire leader on? That kind of sucks. I'm not bad at it, but it kind of sucks. I don't know. I don't know if I want to put another 8-pound leader on this thing or not. Just don't know. Don't know. But I guess I'm gonna. It's because of what I have. It's what I have. So we're gonna tie a leader on. With 8-pound that broke once before. With 8-pound that broke once before. Hey, what's the score over there? I think so too. I think I'm going to switch over to Sunline. I understand Sunline's really good. You pay a little bit more money for it, but I think that's what I'm going to be doing. What's the score on the Eagles game? If you don't mind me asking. You're not really watching the Eagles game, are you? You just watching me? Watching me tie knots? So, oh, cool. Cool. 1410. So, let me see if I can bring this out to you. So this is what I'm talking about. I'm going to put this close so you can see. So you see that loop right there. That gets folded over. This is a Alberta knot. And as we tighten this up, let me dampen it up a what. As we tighten this up, that kind of folds up my line on the tag end. So this tag end gets basically folded really, really tight right here. And I think that's snapping when I'm pulling tight on it. I think that's snapping. And it's not really supposed to do that. It should be breaking off on my lure. But need your baby clippers. Baby clippers. When you want to clip these nice and tight. Oh, no, I didn't. Oh. You know what I did? Oh, no, I didn't. Yes, I did. I clipped the wrong end. All right. It's like we're doing this again. This is why I'm so good at it. I give myself tons of practice. That's just my practice one. That's just my practice one. All right. Let's do this again. Oh, my goodness. We just got done tying an Alberta knot. And I clipped the wrong end. Now I'm looping this a little differently only because the wind is getting hold of the line. It's kind of blowing out of my hands here. Yeah, we went around one too many times here. I like to go around 8 times on the Alberta knot. Now we're going to make our way back. All right, so we got to tie 2 Alberta knots today, and I must be pretty boring because everybody's gone. All right, got another Alberta knot tied. Hopefully this time we cut the right end. We accidentally cut the tag end instead of our line, main line. So we're going to try not to do that again. All right. Now, good pair of scissors too, Cast King scissors. Love them. Nice and sharp. Nice and sharp. Been really well built. All right, so it's been the story of this line. Going weedless this time. Changed my mind. We're going EWG. Going EWG. And I think we're going to go green pumpkin this time. Just switching up our Ned rig. We decided to go with a Texas style, switching it up a little bit. We broke off a line, so it was time to make a change. Been having a lot of trouble with hang-ups. But we're just about to get back out there and get fishing again. We just got done tying one on. Not literally, but we got done tying one on. So let's get this baby casted out there. And let's catch a fish already. Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by. We are on the Delaware River and we are fishing with the Ned rig, which I just broke one off. Wow, now at least it broke in the right spot. At least it broke in the right spot. I've been dealing with fluorocarbon issues lately. I am running an 8-pound fluorocarbon. And they've been breaking at the leader, but this one broke in the right spot, but we did lose one, and it happens. Let's get another one on. Yeah, we've been breaking off a lot today. The river's down a bit, and the rocks have just been claiming a lot of my hooks. The rock bass might be biting. I think I'd have to downsize for the rock bass. You missed it while you were out going to the bathroom. I've been losing Ned rigs left and right. So I'm gonna try to go weedless with it. I tried to go weedless on the other one. I think there's just so many rocks that yeah, I'm just losing them left and right. going to give something different, something else here, a little bit of a shot. This is also made by the guy who makes me plastics. This is a little more of a shaky head style plastic, but we're going to give it a shot here. We're going to give it a shot. Got it on a weedless Ned rig. It's basically got the little hooks on, or the little weed guards on there. Let's see if this will do anything. I don't think I've ever got a rock bass on the river. I have gotten some crappie. Definitely the smallmouth. The smallmouth are usually pretty good. Yeah, so far this has just been a tying seminar. I might have a tree or something out there that I keep grabbing into. Seems to be the same spot each time. Son of a gun. Here we go again. This might have to be it for the Ned rig here. I mean, I can't keep the Ned rigs going. I mean, we're just hanging up like crazy here. Absolutely crazy. Well, I've donated about a half a dozen Ned rigs to the river today. And son of a gun. It's breaking at the leader once again. Once again, it is snapping at the leader. I'm throwing it away. Throwing it away. I'm not dealing with it. Why should I? No. No. No, no, no. That should not be. That should not be. All right, we're changing it up. Changing it up. We're going with swim bait. Right here, switching it up. I'll let you know what we're working at. Let's get over here by the river. Let's get over here by the river. So here's what we got going on, everybody. I've thrown approximately, I'd say somewhere in the neighborhood of 6 to 8 Ned rigs out there, and I've lost every one of them. I think I had one legitimate bite, maybe two. Maybe 2 bites. Basically pulled the pants off my Ned rig. So here's what we're switching to. This is a St. Croix Advid X with a Daiwa 70 reel. It's an 8-to-1. I'm running 10-pound fluorocarbon. I'm afraid to run anything lighter than that now anyway. We are going to be running a Kitech swim bait. And we have a weighted hook, so we should be able to stay close to the bottom, and hopefully we're just not going to lose this guy on those rocks, because that has been what's been kind of going on here. So let's get close to the water there, and we're gonna get back after it. Hey, how are you from Germany? The fishing has been, well, we're getting into our colder months now, so it's getting very tough. So if we can fish the deep waters, it's really good. I'm in New Jersey in the United States. Oddly enough, I was born in Germany. My father was in the military, and I was born in 1969. and my father was stationed in Germany in West Berlin, and he guarded the wall when the wall was up. So that's some crazy history on me. I just happened to be born in Germany. Oddly enough, I lived there for 3 months before I was shipped back here to the United States in a box. Oh, just kidding. Just kidding. There was no box. It was a duffel bag. All right. So let's get this guy out there. We are switching from Ned rig. Oh boy, maybe I have to change my title. We're switching over from the Ned rig, and now we are going to be fishing a weighted swim bait. Let's get him out there. Let's get him out there. My thinking is here, at least we can kind of stay off those rocks that have been just grabbing us. And they've really been stealing a lot of lures from me. Got kind of a chartreuse white color here. Oh boy, these 70s cast nice. Yeah, so the fishing in Germany is not too good. And greetings. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching the channel. Don't forget to like if you're hanging out. Keep telling myself, be the fish. Be the fish. Be the fish, catch the fish. Be the fish, catch the fish. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, welcome. And thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Yesterday I had some folks from India, and I think I had one out from Japan. So it's so cool to be able to kind of communicate to people all around the world, like yourself, Don. And I think that's great. I think that's great. Thanks so much for stopping by. Don't forget to hit that like. And yeah, I think that's really awesome. I think that's really, really awesome. So do you feel like now that the wall has been torn down, and I know it's been down for some time now, do you feel like there's still kind of a border there where the wall used to be, or do you feel like they just kind of starting to overbuild that line? Just because the air is warm doesn't necessarily mean that the water is warmed up at all. Water's still pretty cold. It's obviously above freezing. The Falcons now have 13 and the Vikings have 14. Hey, Louie. How are you, man? How are you? Thanks for stopping by. If you happen to be here and you want to hit the like button, I'd really appreciate it. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you stopping by. Today we are fishing on the Delaware River. We started off with the Ned rig. And we tried. We really did. We tried hard on the Ned rig. But not to be. Not to be. We tried our damnedest. We decided to switch to a swim bait and still nothing. Yeah, man, I'm glad to hear you're doing great. Man, I'm trying. I am trying. So far, all I've been doing is donating. I pretty much donated up to 6 Ned rig lures, and I'm finally decided, you know what? I'm just losing these rigs, so I decided to switch it up to a swim bait. Not even a tag as of yet. And I'm going to make one more change. I'm probably going to switch over to the Cinco. I've always done quite well with the Cinco. But no, today the Ned rig just wasn't doing it. Just was not doing it. And I've had some cold water success here with the Ned rig. But for some reason today, it just not happening. Just not happening. I know this live's kind of going on a long time. It's been over an hour now. But I figured out what the heck, you know. It's kind of cool. We got people from Germany hanging out with us. Got some right across the border here, right in Pennsylvania. And, you know, it's so cool that we get to kind of interact from all different states and different countries. And, you know, if you're watching, you know, hit down on the comment. Let me know where you're from. It's always cool to see where everybody's from. I'm over here in the United States. I'm in New Jersey. And I'm very close to the Delaware water gap. And so all the water I'm fishing right here has flown through the gap. And it didn't bring any fish with it. But we're trying. We are trying. Trying to let this swim bait kind of get down on the bottom a little bit. Just kind of hover over those rocks. No success yet. That's why they call it fishing. Not every day you're going to catch fish. I mean, I was doing really good there before it really started getting super cold. I was pretty much catching at least a fish on each outing, but today has not been that kind of day at all. So it really didn't matter that the wall was taken down. So if you guys are reading the comments, it just so happens that I was born in Germany, and the reason I was born in Germany is my father was sent during the Vietnam era to go and help with guarding the wall. And I think the one guy was a general. His last name was Hess. And he was also in charge of, or not in charge, but he was one of the men of the United States that helped to be on guard. Basically, a lot of people didn't like him. They wanted to kill him. So, you know, he didn't go through his trials, so they needed to guard him. And my question here to Don was, now that the wall has been down, and it's been down for several years, obviously. I think it came down in the 80s. And my question to him was, now that the wall is down, is there any feel that the two sides have kind of become more of a closer community And if you read Don's last post, you'll see that that's not quite the case. So even though the wall isn't there, there's still a boundary line from what Don's saying. So that's interesting stuff. It's kind of sad that that didn't kind of change, but you know, sometimes those things take a lot of years, more than maybe even our lifetimes, that we'll see that kind of change. But we all need doctors, I guess, right? All right, go over here a little bit. And Don, thank you for answering those questions for me, Don. You know, I've often thought that I'd like to go back to Germany. You know, as I said, I mean, I was only like 3 months old, but I swear I have images in my head of certain things that were in Germany as a kid. And, it may have been just pictures that I see and they come into my memory, but I'd like to visit. I'd like to visit Germany just to kind of say I did. So yeah, that would be really awesome. I'd love to go visit the country. So what do you think about our craziness here in the United States? I guess like every country, it's hard to get along. You know, you're going to have 2 or 3 different ways of viewpoints of different things that go around in the world and in your country, and it could be. I'm not saying anybody's right or wrong, you know, but there's certainly different viewpoints, and it causes for some crazy friction. I think in every country, the rich will be rich and the poor will be poor, and middle class is pretty much just borderline poor. As much as they like to say that, oh, that's not the case. No bites. No bites today. Let that guy kind of settle down. Wow, the fishing's quiet today. All right. All right, we're going to put the Cinco down. Or I'm sorry, we're going to put the swim bait down. We're going to tie up for a wacky rig Cinco. I've done super well here in the past with that particular setup. So I'm going to make that change. I have to tie another leader on, so I'm sorry about that. But that's all part of fishing, is tying lots of knots. Tying lots of knots. This time we're going to be going with a 10-pound leader rather than the 8-pound. This stuff is crap. I'm really having a big problem with it. I know it's backwards. This is Berkeley Vanish 8-pound fluorocarbon. It is breaking at my leader every time. I'm tying a good leader, but it's doing for crap. I don't really know why. Perhaps it's a bad batch, but I can't see continuing to tie it on, and just I'm basically throwing line away, and I'm throwing lures away. I need a line that can hold up. All right, so we're switching over to 10, but unfortunately it's the same brand. So we're tying a leader on, just in case you're stopping by. I'll keep that in mind. I just read Don's comment about North Berlin and or Northwest Germany, and yeah. Whereabouts did you come to the States? Where did you visit? And where are you? How old are you, if you don't mind me asking? It's cool you got a chance to come to the United States. I haven't really been out of the States, to be honest with you. I've been doing a lot of traveling within the States, but as I get older, I think I'm going to take more opportunities and try to get out of the country, check out some other countries, just as my curiosity. All right, very nice. Yeah, California is awesome. Hopefully you got to go see Disney. Hopefully you went to go to Disney and check out Disneyland. I did say Disneyland. I know Disneyland is in Los Angeles, and Disney World is in Florida. And I think there's a Magic Kingdom in Japan too, I think. I don't know if there's one in Germany or not. That's really cool. You got to travel to the United States. Hopefully the people in Los Angeles were welcoming. So we're making a change. where's my scissors? Alrighty. Alrighty. Where's my worms? I need some worms. So every time I come here, I'm always trying to find the next best way to fish here. And once in a while, it's Ned rig. Today, not really. Putting on the green pumpkin Gary Yamamoto's, and you know how those work. Always well. So let's throw that on. Here's what we're fishing with. This is a VMC weighted wacky hook, and we want to hook this right behind the egg sac. I don't bother with wacky rig hooks. I just hook them right in there like that. I've done fairly well with this setup before. So when things get tough, I gotta fish tough. So let's give this a shot, shall we? Okay, let's do it. All right, everybody. Yeah, all right, calm down. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Everybody, calm down. Come on over here. Let's get you over here. All right. So this has been my most successful rig that I've set up here in the past. I've come here and caught a lot of fish with this setup. There's something about this hook that just allows it to roll nicely across the bottom without too much trouble getting hooked up. And it's usually just one of those things where I can just kind of cast it out and let it do its thing. Once in a while, I'll have to give it just a little oomph just to get it going. But for the most part, you know, I usually do quite well here with this particular setup. Thanks, brother. I really appreciate it. And in Germany, we say, Peter Hill. Peter Hill. And good night. And thank you so much for watching. Hope you hit the subscribe. Really appreciate the time that we got to spend together talking about Germany. I think that's really awesome that we had the opportunity. And you have a good night. Thanks, Don, very much. You have a great night. If I catch a fish and you see me tomorrow on YouTube, you can just click on it and go right to the end. All right, buddy. Thank you. That was pretty awesome. That was pretty awesome. Oh my gosh. The Vikings and Falcons are tied right now. And that makes me very nervous. Very, very nervous. It's the end of the third quarter. True Vikings fan. I know I live in New Jersey, but I like the Vikings. What can I tell you? All right, let's bring this in and get a better cast out. So anyway, if you're just stopping by, I'd like to apologize for the title. It was fishing here on the Delaware River with the Ned rig. We lost 6 of them. 6 Ned rigs we lost. So we went to the swim bait. We didn't have very much luck on the swim bait. And now we're switched over to a wacky rig. I've had some pretty good success with the wacky rig here in the past. And I figured we were going to go to it and see what happens. Delaware water. We're not at the water gap. We're over here at the Delaware River. And we haven't been having very much success today. But I did catch the likes of Don from Germany. I thought that was awesome. It was really cool to speak with him. He was all the way from Germany. And it was really nice talking with him. It's really cool when you go into these live sessions and you can go on these chats. It's kind of interesting to be able to talk to some people all around the world. So, if anything, this fishing trip was worth it. I think we're going to lose another lure. Oh, we got it. We got it. Now the Vikings just scored. We're back up 28-21. Those Vikings were making me nervous. I just saw a couple breaks in the water, so I was hoping that if I cast it kind of in that one area, I might be able to catch fish in there. So we're going to find out. We're going to find out. Oh, man, Anthony, I'm sorry. Whereabouts are you from, Anthony? I'm fishing from the Delaware River right here. I'm right near the Delaware Water Gap. I'm in New Jersey in the United States. And yeah. Oh, okay. From SoCal. You're from SoCal. South California. South California? Am I right? A lot of pressure though, huh? Yeah, okay. Saltwater's great, yeah. Yeah, you got plenty of ocean there. If you live near it. Yeah, fresh water's tough, right? You know, it's like some areas are just loaded with fresh water. For instance, Minnesota is covered with lakes. The trouble is, it freezes up every year, and then you can't fish it because it's all ice unless you like to ice fish. So that could be a little bit of a problem. So you don't do any just like the freshwater overall. Yeah, ocean fishing in the harbor. It's about 10 minutes. Yeah, so, I mean, freshwater's nice. It is really nice. But, the trouble with some of the harbors are they're so vast. And I fished a harbor over here in New Jersey, and I don't have too much success from the banks. You pretty much have to be on a boat, I feel, to really get any kind of real good fishing in the saltwater here on the Atlantic side. I do have a couple boats. I just have not really felt I wanted to put them in saltwater. Pretty much fresh water. I've given the banks a few shot or off the surf, but I've not had any luck off the surf. And there's just too many scary things to catch that make me nervous. I do not want to catch a shark. That makes me nervous. Or a stingray. Like, I don't want to hurt a stingray. That just kind of bothers me. Yeah. There are some spots, and those areas. It's unfortunate that it's pretty much ponds. Man, shoulder to shoulder. That just sucks. That just sucks. I think the only thing you can do if the pressure's like that is, you're gonna have to find one of those ponds that's maybe on somebody's property. And don't be afraid to go ask them. You'll find that some people are really good people, and they'd like to help you out, especially if you're a nice person and you go up and just say, hey, listen, I've seen your I've seen your pond, and I'd really like to see if I could fish your pond. It's that simple. It's a little scary at first, but I do have a pond that I fish that I'm the only one that fishes it. I don't even think the guy who lives there fishes it. It just happens to be on his property. So I just went up to the house and I knocked on the door and I said, hey, I've seen your pond each time I come by. I'd really be interested in fishing your pond. Do you think it would be okay? And he was like, oh yeah, sure, no problem. Fish the pond. Just let me know when you're coming. Usually, and I try to write something up or get a note from him. So if somebody asks me, I can say, hey, Mr. Smith said I could fish here. Yes. Yeah, I go. Yeah, all the time. Thank me. I really appreciate the sub. Thanks so much. Don't forget to like on this one video too, if you could. And yeah, I have where I live here in New Jersey. I'm really fortunate. I really am fortunate. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you. I saw that. I saw the like. Yeah, Anthony, I'm really fortunate. I have 2 ponds that I have access to fishing. I've got the Delaware River. I've got the Polandskill River on either side of me. And I have a small lake near me that I can take my boat on, which is, it's great. I can't complain. I've always thought about maybe moving down south, like to South Carolina or something like that. And yeah, it's not really like that there. I really thought, oh man, no, I'll have plenty of places to fish. Yeah. That's the kind of fishing that you almost have to take the day off and hope you and only maybe 4 or 5 other guys are there, rather than going there and there's like 20 or 30 guys there. Yeah, please watch my videos. There's a couple really funny ones, and feel free to comment on any of them. I've got a few spots that I go to. I do have a couple boats. I've got one shallow boat that I can take right here on this river, and I've also got a deep water boat that I can get on some of the bigger reservoirs and lakes. I'd really like to catch a fish and show you all about it. Yeah, there's nothing like being on the outdoors. It really is a lot of fun. Yes, I catch smallmouth in here all the time, except for today. I don't know what is going on here. I started out with the Ned rig. Let me get that out there. I started off with the Ned rig, and the water's down about 3 feet right now. So I don't know why, but I'm hanging up on the rocks terrible today. So I lost about 5 Ned rigs, and I decided to switch over to swim bait. I ran the swim bait for a little bit. No hits. I wasn't losing my lure, but I wasn't getting any hits either. It's really cold here in New Jersey. Today's probably the nicest day that we've had in about a week. So it's about 47 degrees out, but the water temperature is way down. A lot of our local ponds and some of our areas in our lakes have frozen over. The reason I'm fishing the river is moving, so it doesn't freeze over. Yeah, I love the drop shot. Absolutely love the drop shot. A little bit rocky here for drop shot. My weight just gets caught in those rocks and it just pinches it right off. But yeah, absolutely love the drop shot. One of my favorites. Actually, this rod and reel is set up for drop shot. And I was fishing it with the Ned rig. I built it real light, and I thought, you know what? We're going to switch it up a little bit. We'll try the Ned rig. But yeah, it didn't work out. So looks like I'm starting to lose some battery power here. All right, well, no luck today, Anthony. I really appreciate you stopping by. Let's see what we got here. Actually, this is a 3,000 reel. Surprisingly, with the drop shot, one of the recommendations is to go with a larger reel, so the line will spool out a little faster off the reel. And so, yeah, this is a Shimano Vanford, and it's on a Shimano Zodius rod. It's a real nice setup. I actually got it off of Tackle Warehouse. They just had their sale, and yeah, it's beautiful. Really reels nice in. I haven't caught a fish on it yet. I'd really like to see what it feels like to catch a fish, and that's actually kind of the reason I'm out here. Really, is I just wanted to try it out. But yeah, super smooth, super smooth. There are 2 Vanfords now. This is the older style. If you want to go to the newer style, it's about $10 more on Tackle Warehouse. I got that one also. I happened to get a Poison, Shimano Poison Adrenaline, or an Adrena. So hopefully I'll be able to throw that one next. But yeah, the reel is super smooth, buttery smooth. I think you're really going to like it. I've always fished with the Shimano Stratics previous to this reel, and I still use the Stratic, and I will say this reel is a lot smoother than that. And Stratic's pretty smooth. There you go. Yep, I think that's a perfect reel for trout fishing. And I got to look real close here because oh, I don't know when my next live stream is. I kind of just jump up here and I'm like, you know what? I'm fishing anyway.